Just a friendly reminder from your boy Animated Heroes, don't forget to check out my boys at Sculptimo Toys for the best figures, best prices, and fastest shipping if you guys haven't already. Let's get into it. What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And as you guys can see today, we're going to be taking a look at the Mezco 1/12 Collective Pose, Play, and Display KG Beast. And here we have the tall box standing right in front of us. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at it, and then we'll bust the figure out and see what this guy's all about. Now the box is this bluish gray color. You do have KG Beast logo right there. It says KG Beast right here, 1/12 Collective Pose, Play, Display DC. At the top, it does say 1/12 Pose, Play, and Display. Nothing much going on at the bottom. The warnings, the Mezco stuff, all of their social media. Same thing on the side. It says 1/12 Collective. You got his logo right there. Same thing. Then right here. And of course on the back, as you guys can see, you do have KG Beast up here. A bunch of accessories. This figure looks really cool, by the way. Some promotional shots. And then of course, let's go ahead and get this off of here so you guys can see the inner packaging. It does have Mezco's little logo back there, which is Gomez. And of course, if you turn that around, you can actually see the figure inside the window packaging, and this guy looks like he's jam-packed with stuff, so I'm pretty excited. Now, you guys don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's get into this figure. Now, fresh out of the packaging, I will say that this is one of those figures where I do not mind what I paid for it. This, in terms of looks, blew me away the moment I pulled this guy out of the package. Now, I will be upfront and say I just found out about the character of KG Beast this year. I know nothing about him, but based on what I'm seeing, he looks like some kind of mercenary. I'm sure he's just some guy who wants to kill Batman, but I don't remember him from the animated series or anything like that, or any of the comics that I have read personally. I had time to do some research, but I wanted to get as many reviews out as I could before the end of the year, so I didn't dive into this guy too much. But before I take my photos, I'll do some research so I can have some cool ideas. But off of that, onto the figure. Man, Mezco, great job, great job, great job. But let's take a look at this guy up close real quick. As you guys can see, that head sculpt is nice. I really, truly love that. Like, that is so sick. Then I really like the spikes and things. Let me change my focus. It went out for whatever reason. But yeah, you can see the spikes on this guy, the veins and the arms. Like, the fabric is really clean. I love all these buckles and things. Like, this guy, the spikes and stuff alone are really sick. But then you've got all these rows of bullets, these pouches, all the grays and blacks. These colors just really complement each other. You've got the gun holster right here, another pouch. Looks like you can stick like a knife or something in there. You got the veins in his arms. Like, this is so dope. You've got this right here on his back, another holster. I guess this is for like a hatchet or something, or just some kind of machete. Man, this guy, I like this. I'm not even gonna front. I really like this. You've got the patches and pouches. I said patches, but pouches on the pants all the way down to the boot. Like, the colors on this just look so good. Man, I love this a whole lot. Like, this is nice. Now, I could go on all day about what I like in terms of the details, but let's go ahead and put this guy back and see how tall he stands. Therefore, we can check out that articulation as well. Now, as far as the height on this guy, as you can see, he does stand right at about 6.5 inches, so pretty tall figure, but I think it's about standard when it comes to Mezco. Of course, we will see what he looks like doing a couple of size comparisons later, but yeah, I think he'll fit in scale just fine. Now, as far as his articulation goes, he looks up about that much, so really well. He looks down about that much, even better. He seems like a tall character, so I feel like looking down would be pretty important. He does get tilt also, and you can turn the head all the way around. Not too much movement at the neck, but there is a little bit there. His arms go up and out about that much. You can lift this. It's just a floating piece. It's kind of a soft plastic, so you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything. Now, if you want to get his arm up a little bit more, you can bring it around. Uh-oh, we've got a scratch right there. I don't know what's up with that, and it's not rubbing off. That's not cool. But anyway, you can bring his arm up and around about that much, and then you can turn it at the bicep swivel. So if you want to do him punching upward, you just got to fix all of this engineering. And so that will work if you want to do it. Now, as far as the bicep swivel, I just showed it. His arms come in about that much, which I think that's fine because this guy is pretty muscular. And then, of course, he's got these crazy gauntlets on, so it makes sense. His hands are on the typical... Actually, this one's not because there's a reason for that. I'm sure you guys know, but I'll show it on this one. This hand is on the typical Mezco peg, as you guys can see. So you just plug that in and out. But this one's not. I'll discuss that a bit later. Now, this is where he kind of lacks, but this is to be expected. He does not have much of a diaphragm joint at all. He goes back about that much, forward a little bit. You get a little bit at the waist as well, but that's about as much as he goes forward. Trying to push it, but I don't want to push too much. So we're just going to say that's about all you get. Now, as far as his leg, he does not kick out. Whoa. Let's try the other leg. That's about as much as you can kick out. That's a little disappointing because I really wanted to do this guy giving someone the boot. Let's try something else. So he can kick out better doing the splits. Obviously, you don't want to ruin the pants, so this is fine with me, but I was really hoping for just a little bit more, but still, oh well. Now, as far as his legs go, you do have a built-in thigh swivel, double jointed knees. I'm trying to... It feels double jointed, but it doesn't go back very far. I'm just going to say it's double jointed. He does have a slight swivel right here at the boot. Not a whole lot. Very, very slight, but it is there. Foot only goes down about that much, up about that much, and it's Mezco, so you're not getting much when it comes to ankle rocker. So that's about all you get. Articulation-wise, I'll give this guy like a... It's standard Mezco, but I'm still going to give it about a 7 out of 10. Now for accessories, this is where this figure gets even more fun. You get one left hand, and it's just like this kind of gripping type hand. So this can be used for holding one of his weapons. And you saw how I pulled it out earlier. You just kind of plug this one in there. And so it won't have any range of motion other than turning it at the wrist, left and right, or up and down. He gets one, I don't know if this is like a trigger or gun holding hand, maybe just like for a stylish pose, but also you can see the spikes on the back of each hand, and I just wanted to point that out because it's so dope. You get that one. You get this one's definitely a trigger hand, so this can be for him holding weapons. You get and this one's definitely more stylish, him just reaching, grabbing. It can be for when he's trying to grab Batman by the cape or something. And then you get just a standard weapon holding hand. Now when it comes to weapons, you get a ton of them. You get this small hammer, which is dope. All of these are done in some really nice silver. You get a larger hammer, which is probably my favorite thing that he comes with. You get a pistol, and you get several different magazines. You get one really long magazine. You get one that's kind of medium length, and then you do get one that's really small as well. And then you get, I'm going to show these first. You get his little hatchet, which this thing is super dope. As you guys can see, there's like some scuff marks and stuff on there from him hacking at a few things. But you get the knife, which once again, you can just plug this into his hand. Well, it's more like a kunai, but it's huge, much bigger than a regular kunai, bigger than the one I've seen. You get this, which is like a hook knife, which this thing is super dope. I like this as well. You get a big magazine for this huge gun that you just attach to his arm. And this thing is sick. Like the sculpt work on this, the detail's clean on everything, but this just looks so dope. Really, really, really enjoy this. Now in terms of alternate head sculpts, you get this one, which I don't know, the head shape looks kind of weird. Maybe it's the helmet, but it looks like he has an egg head. I don't know. But as you guys can see, you can see the eyes through there, which it also comes with this, which I heard goes around this head. I didn't read the instructions. But somehow you put this on here. I'm not gonna force it because I do remember seeing a YouTuber break it. I don't know who it was, but I don't want to do that. But apparently it goes on the head like this, and once you put it on, never take it off. I'll probably never use it. So yeah, but this one has the eyes. And then lastly, you just get a random head sculpt, or actually an unmasked head sculpt. I don't know why I said random, but this one looks dope. Like, this looks very, very real. I like this. This is one of the best head sculpts that Mezco has done. I've seen some of their Bruce Waynes. They look good, but they don't have this amount of detail. Like, this looks real. Even just the hair on it. I mean, of course he has no hair. He's bald. But as you guys can see, like the shadow of hair, his hair, where it's growing, his face, all of this looks so good. So kudos to Mezco for this. This guy comes with a lot of accessories and looks great. So I'm happy with this. Now for some size comparisons, of course I had to show him off with a few Batman figures. We do have the SH Figuarts Dark Knight Rises. We have the Mafex Justice League Batman, and then of course we have the Mezco Supreme Knight with the Sovereign Knight short-eared head sculpt on it. And honestly, I feel like he looks best in scale with the SH Figuarts and the Mafex. I feel like the Supreme Knight is a little bit too big, but of course you can still forge them in photos together and they'll look fine. Next up, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Animated Heroes, or ACE, a Marvel Legends movie 2-pack Deadpool, and the Revoltech Deathstroke. And now, just for some other mix-up, here he is standing next to the McFarlane Toys Thomas Wayne Batman. The McFarlane Toys, I believe this is the Rebirth or Metals Batman that just released not too long ago. And of course, the SH Figuarts semi-powered Broly. Even though this review was pretty cut short and straight to the point, this is one of those figures where I gotta give it to Mezco. The only issue I really have with this guy is the lack of movement in the legs, and then the fact that he doesn't have double jointed elbows. And I understand the muscles and all of that, so it makes it very difficult to do double joints. But man, I would have loved to been able to get him in the pose I have him in right now, where he's holding this blade over his shoulder. Like, basically he's going for the execution. But other than that, I don't really have any complaints with this guy. Everything is clean. Everything's nice. All the colors complement each other. All the accessories really do this figure well. I will say I'm surprised that they didn't include any kind of shooting effects like they normally do. I was totally expecting some gunshot effects, but they didn't include them this time around. And I was at the point I was actually looking through the package to make sure I hadn't dropped it on my carpet. But you don't get any with this guy. Now, that's not a problem considering the fact that they do it with just about every release they do where a figure has a gun. But I don't know, it just caught me off guard. I feel like it would have been inexpensive to just throw one or two of them in here. Especially one of the 3 bullet shooting effects for this gun right here. But still, very, very, very nice figure. Now, from what I am seeing, this figure is very difficult to find. So if you plan on getting your hands on it, I would highly recommend doing so now. This is not one of those figures I would recommend waiting on, even though it is a regular release. I've been told by someone, I can't say who, but I've been told that this figure is in limited supply. So once it sells out, it sells out. It's not going to be like the Sovereign Knight or the Ascending Knight where you can still get it for 80 bucks. Get your hands on this guy if you haven't already. Now, that being said, that is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and stay safe. Peace.